We are, we are coming to the end of the festival season. We started with Raksha Bandhan. After that, Ganesh Puja, Durga Puja, and Diwali, and we are coming towards the Thanksgiving Day. After that, we will have Christmas and then New Year. All these festivals gives us some underlying values for caring and common goods. Namaste everyone. Welcome to Hindu Center of Atlanta's weekly spiritual learning program. Today we are joined with Acharya Brahmadevji. Acharya has an inclusive educational background in science, banking, management, ABE UK, and Darshanacharya Vedic philosophy, Darshan Yog Mahavidyalaya, Gujarat, India, and a diverse career in financial services, industry, and at Arya Sabha Mauritius. He has been a key resource person for Arya Sabha Mauritius on the universal Vedic values, yoga and meditation, and on interfaith and intercultural dialogue at various national and international forums. The Mauritius Council of Religions, Arya Pratinidhi Sabha America, Greater Atlanta Vedic Temple, and Hindu Center of Atlanta Yoga and Meditation Center incoming. He is author of numerous insightful articles on Vedic philosophy and contemporary issues in English and French. Over to Acharya ji.
Oh, namaste everybody and welcome. Let's bring our mind to focus. Sit down straight with the back, the neck and the head in one vertical line. Closing the eyes gently with the body totally relaxed. Deep inhale and exhale. And while exhaling, we are going to chant Om 3 times. Om as the universal sound, the main name of God. And when you are chanting Om, just follow the chanting, sense the sound waves going and the vibrations coming back to us. We'll start feeling the inner peace within ourselves. And once we start feeling that, it's up to us to give water and sunshine to that feeling of inner peace, to grow it further within the radiance of our personality. Joining the palms together, rub them gently, cover the eyes, and slowly open the eyes below the palms, keeping the focus. As rightly pointed out in the introduction by Dhananjayji, all festivals, whether they are from the Sanatan Dharma or from any other faith, have strong concepts of teaching us to care for the common good. And often when festivals come, the emphasis is about look at your neighbor, be compassionate towards the needy, That is one way of caring for the common good, to build a better society with less and less people at the deprived level, and at least with some degree of physical, mental, moral, spiritual, and social belonging to society. And what happens usually, festivals gone, and that concept of caring for the common good just goes back to the shelf. And when other problems come forward, we tend to claim forcefully, this is my right. But then right versus responsibilities. Sanatan Dharma tells us, whenever we are looking for our rights, first make sure we are shouldering our responsibilities. And if we look at the basis of Sanatan Dharma, the roots, the Vedas, we all know what is called the Gayatri Mantra or Mahamantra in the Vedas, from the Vedas. It says, Om Bhur Bhuvasvaha Tat Savitur Varenyam Bhargo Devasya Dhimahi Thiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat. The last part, Dhiyo Yo Naha Prachodayat, is the prayer part. And the prayer part, when translated into English from Sanskrit, comes to, O God, enlighten our mind, empowering us to differentiate between dharma and adharma, right and wrong, or we would say virtue and vice, morality and immorality. Thus, assert ourselves in our duties, responsibilities, and shun negligence and irresponsibility. So the translation, words, keywords are there, our. So when we are talking about our, it's the sense of belonging, taking others along with us. So whenever we have the conflict between our own freedom and then the general common interest, remember our prayers are very forceful on universalism leading towards the common good. Second, let's look when we were praying for Deepavali. Asato ma sadgamaya tamaso ma jyotirgamaya mrityorma mritam gamaya. We don't say lead me from untruth to truth, we say lead us. Lead us from the darkness to the light, from the darkness of ignorance to the light of knowledge. And again, forcefully, in the prayer for universal welfare and happiness, we say, Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, Sarve santu niramaya, Sarve bhadrani pashyantu ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet. Sarve bhavantu sukhinaha, may all be happy. Sarve santu niramaya, may all be in good health, free from disease. Sarve bhadrani pashyantu, may all that we look at be auspicious. And then ma kaschit dukha bhag bhavet, no one suffers. So if we look at some of the things that are there, when we always claim personal freedom, we should know that the boundaries of that is where the freedom of others start. So we shouldn't forget that we individuals, we are the smallest unit of society, and we live within a circle of relatives as well as friends. And when that circle grows, it becomes the community, the village, the town, the country, and the whole world. We are not the one-man island, and we live dependent on each other. The Vedas go further than that. If we look at the first mantra of Rig Veda, the first word is Agni. Refers Agni, one of the many names of God, but also signifies physical fire, all forms of energy, but also the light of knowledge. And when we refer to Agni as all forms of energy, let's just look at the sun. It shines for everyone alike. The moon as well, like this. When it rains, the rain doesn't say, okay, this person I want rain in his yard, I'll rain on in the yard of the other person. No. So the basis of nature itself carries strong values for the collectivity. Yajurveda first mantra has another key set of keywords, Shreshtatam Karmana. All engage in righteous actions. And Yajurveda, the 36th chapter, which is known as Shanti Sukta, the hymns for universal peace. One mantra has a part of it which says, Mitrasya Chakshusha Samiksha Mahe. Let's look at all with friendly eyes. Now let's look at the festivals, Raksha Bandhan. We don't tie Raksha Bandhan only on the wrists of brothers, but also of cousins or those we've developed bonding relationships and esteem them as our brothers. So this is one way of spreading towards beyond that boundary of the self, growing the circle wider and wider. It's the same in the other festivals, be it Ganesh Puja, Navratri, Diwali. It's all the strong social bonding and the collective interest, the common good prevails. So it shouldn't, at the end of the festival, then we say, okay, door closed, and we just come back to our personal selfish self. No. Let's maintain those high spirits, because by maintaining those high spirits and in tune with dharma, righteousness, our obligations, our duties, our responsibilities towards ourselves, our relatives, our friends, towards society at large, especially when we are forceful on ethics, another word probably which would be fitting into the many definitions of dharma. And we need to make the difference there. Dharma focuses on righteous living in daily life. And this unites, because dharma are the foundations of universal values of human life. Generally misunderstood or wrongly correlated to the word religion, Dharma cannot be divided into small bits and pieces, whereas religion, unfortunately, has been divided into bits and pieces and has been the cause of so many genocides we know in the world history. So Dharma leads us to those concepts and also teaches us that within those concepts of the common good, when our personal interest crosses the road with the interest of the community that is the common good, we need to cede priority to the common good. Just look up Diwali. If I celebrate Diwali only in my house, with no one visiting me, no one wishing me happy Diwali, and I don't even care to at least take a box of sweets to my neighbor, to someone whom I know, a friend, a relative, would I have the same sense of joy, elation for these festivals? I don't think so. And we are celebrating Thanksgiving in 2 weeks' time. Diwali is about also Thanksgiving, thanking nature for the bounty and thanking God for all, with some good compassionate acts, caring for the needy and sharing a goodie of food, etc. with the needy. Thanksgiving goes in the same line, thanking God for all that He has given to us and thanking all those whom in one way or the other had a role in our life to where we stand nowadays. It's sharing a meal, a feast among relatives and friends. That also for social bonding towards creating a better society, and creating a better society is always for the common good. Going on the same lines, Sanatan Dharma teaches us Vasudhaiv Kutumbakam, the world as one family. So what does a family do? Instead of what we know as the global village, unfortunately, those who have better means twist the arms of those with less means and impose their own terms and conditions of trade. But within a family, there's no such bargaining, no such exploitation. It's always caring for each other. So even there, in modern days, we've got the concept of the world as a global village wrong. Look at global warming, it's the same. Those who are more leveraged, carefree about that. And those who have less leverage, all those rules and conditions are put on them. So within a family, there's no such spirit. It's the spirit of caring for each other at all times. Sanatan Dharma has another strong concept. Sangachadvam samvadadvam samvo manansi janatam, which we all know as the prayer for unity. Walking together. Common be our thoughts and actions to further the common good. And if we look at the basics, it starts with me, spreads with the family, and grows like this. And if we look also at some of the edicts, we find that there is one mantra of the Vedas which say, Anuvrata pitu putro matra bhavatu samana jaya patye madhumatim vacham vadatu shantivam. So let there be no hate between siblings, between parents and children, and between in-laws also. And that is the path to create a better society towards more peace and prosperity. So these strong concepts, I think it cuts across what we would say all the cultures and the various practices of the world, and we find in one way or the other, whatever be the festivals, all carry strong emphasis, messages for the common good. Because at the end of the day, it brings us that our own interest lies in the interest of all. One simple example. If I'm happy and the whole of the world is frustrated, one day or the other, they will clamp down on me. But if everybody is happy, at least has some level of happiness, they will never think about, oh, those who are happier than me, when I look at them, I'm frustrated. They say, no, let's learn from these people, strive to be better, and we'll also be increasing our happiness level. This is where we need to apply our survival skills. Applying Dharma in our life. And to that, we need to connect to the universal values of Sanatan Dharma. Purity of mind, body, and spirit, patience, compassion, strong will, turning knowledge into wisdom, be level-headed into whatever be the circumstances or situations. We'll be able to understand that my right has an innuendo, a hidden meaning. It says, everybody knows if everyone is going outside, nobody would be safe under COVID. And we are also reaching the festive season. We've seen countries where each and every festival which has come in times of pandemics, the pandemics tend to flare up. So let's be safe ourselves. To keep ourselves safe, let's keep the community safe. And likewise, for us to be happy, we need the community around us to be happy. So the common good carries a duty of self-discipline. At times we say, okay, we may make the shortcut, we'll see the light probably at some time earlier than what we would have seen. But remember, every cloud has a silver lining at the border, telling us the sun is just behind. And when the cloud will wane, it will be shining bright. Likewise, whatever be the circumstances, let us join hand in hand and work for the common good. Otherwise, if we don't do that, we'll be sad to leave the world with remorse at that time, thinking that we lost our lives in looking only for ourselves because we can't walk on our feet to the cemetery to be incinerated or buried. We need at least the 4 shoulders to carry us, even to the mortuary one, and to go onwards to that. So just remember, even death is teaching us a lesson of common good. So in times of joy, in times of happiness, let's delve into and perpetuate that spirit of common good, which is a strong message in all our festivals. Thank you for your attention. Just remember, if you have any questions, any queries, you can either do it through at the end of the programs or send us a message on Messenger via Facebook, Hindu Center of Atlanta, or email hinducenterofatlanta@gmail.com. Leave it to Dhananjay ji for the closing.
Thank you, Acharya. As you said about all these festivals, that it teaches us for the giving and teaches us for the common good. And just for the reminder, every Friday we join together for the Sanatan Dharm Simplified for the kids and young youth. Saturday afternoon at 3:30 we join for the weekly satsang, and on Sunday we have spiritual learning for adults. Acharya join us every Sunday evening at 9 p.m. Thank you, Acharya, and as Acharya said, you can send us the email at hinducenterofatlanta@gmail.com or on Facebook at Atlanta Hindu Priest or Hindu Center of Atlanta Facebook pages. At last, we will do the Om Jap, and that's where we will end.
So again, sit down straight with the body totally relaxed and eyes gently closed. One deep inhale. Om. Namaste, everybody, and have a nice week ahead. Thank you.
Namaste.